You know how the saying goes, you teach people how to treat you, especially if you're a people pleaser. Now, it doesn't matter who you're pleasing when it comes to people. It doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, boy, or girl. Just like you can spoil children, you can spoil adults. Plain and simple. The more you give people, the more they're going to expect from you, generally speaking. Especially if you're giving handouts for free. No commitment. So don't spend all of your energy.
You know, my friends, you have to be very careful about taking relationship advice from not only single women, but to be honest with you, man, I think one of the worst is young women. Seriously. If you see the trends on TikTok as much as I do, because I'm constantly looking on TikTok for research, right? I'm trying to constantly understand female behavior, but not just any females. I'm looking at the young generation of women, the young girls, because that is the ones that are going to be taking care of my old ass when I'm decrepit. Those are the ones that are going to be voting the most. Those are the ones that are going to be influencing your asses the most. Those are the ones that are going to be having the next generation of kids. So if we do not influence and understand the young females, we're going to be in trouble. Welcome to another session with the older man. Subscribe if you haven't already, my friends. Listen, it's going to be a hot one today. I'm going to touch on some buttons, ladies. Join our membership system. Come over there and have some deep discussions on some serious issues. Meet some like-minded people where you can have serious conversations, big people conversations. You don't have to filter yourself. Express yourself and join in the conversations with other people. Now, there's a lot of very intellectual people up there, and you can have very adult conversations that are educational. No ratchet people up there, okay? But listen, man, if you need to book a session with me, also log into askanolderman.com and you can do it over there. Let's have a chat. So we're going to continue with this video because I want you to get inside the mind of young women. But I want to focus on something very specific. The over-sexualization of how women conduct themselves. Number one. And number two, the disdain that black women have for black men. We black men tend to get the worst treatment from our own women. And ladies, you got to check yourself. Because one thing is very apparent. The way black women over-sexualize themselves, and number two, treat their black men, it's a serious issue, and it has to be brought into the light. Everything black women do, it's all about, okay, I'm going to shake those ass, I'm shake that titty, and see what comes out of that. And so I'm going to get into these two subjects. But let's listen to the rest of what this young lady has to say.
Like in this case, don't spend all of your energy on a man. Once you notice he's not even giving you any of that energy back, not even half or a quarter of that energy, remove yourself from that situation completely. Cut him off. And of course, that man is going to say what a lot of men say, oh, you changed. Yeah, I decided to choose me and put me first because I never let me down. Once I put 100% into myself, I get 100% back. Instead of teaching people that they can get whatever they want out of you, teach them how to treat you better. Hold them accountable. Don't expect anything less than what you've given them. If a man treats you like you're nothing more than a servant to him, 9 times out of 10, you taught him how to treat you that way. Listen to me. And do not take your raggedy self to a man's house if he hasn't even offered to take you out to dinner. Don't do it. If he's not giving you wifey treatment, don't give him wifey benefits. If you're not even a girlfriend, don't even entertain the idea of being his wife. And another thing, add the word no into your vocabulary. Stop saying yes to every single request that he has. If it's inconvenient to you, it's okay to tell him no.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, she just keeps going on and on about what you shouldn't do for a man, which is pretty much nothing. Nothing. Don't do anything for him. Young lady, you're sitting here in a bonnet. You're overweight. So you have obviously been through some issues, obviously. But let me teach you something about relationships. As a man who's lived it, who's failed and been successful, failed, been successful. Still going strong at 20 years on my marriage. One thing I've discovered very clearly, without a doubt, the only successful relationships that actually survive is when both people are serving each other. But here's the thing. If he's not serving you well, communicate that. But you also have to be open to the fact that if he's serving you and you're not reciprocating, and he points it out, you have to step up your game as well. That is relationship. It's a balancing act, my friend. For some reason, in all of black relationships, it seems to be like everybody's fighting for what I can get most out of the other person without actually reciprocating. A relationship is a prerequisite to the man asking you to be his wife. If you show no qualities of being a wife, why would a man look for you for anything else except sex? The problem is every woman is prepared to open their legs initially to a man. Yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to hit it. Yeah, he can have this. He can have access to my body. He can have the ability to give me a baby. He can have the access and ability to give me an STD. He can actually kill me because some of these STDs are incurable, right? He has the ability to change my entire life. But God forbid if he asks me to make him a plate of food. God forbid if he asks me to clean his house, wash a load of clothes for him. But he can have the ability to kill my ass. Make that shit make sense. We have over-sexualized ourselves in the black community to the point where it is just ridiculous. You know, I did a video a couple of days ago. It highlighted how women responded to the Trump presidency. And, it blew up. I think I got over 34,000 views so far.
Operation Forbe.
Refuse to date men, get married, have sex with them, or children.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Me and my girlies are participating in the Forbe movement.
No more kitty cat for moderate men.
About being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Clearly, they don't give a shit about us.
No attention to men. Delete block. Do not respond to them.
Government cares that they're not having kids because children are the future labor force.
I'm gonna start barking and getting fucking crazy.
You think I'm crazy? Me too. Just like all the women before me who were crazy.
It is the best thing I've ever done for my mental health. We're not crazy. We have to do this together.
The women who are doing the Forbe movement help other women who are doing the Forbe movement.
All right, man, I'm not be responding to you. I am going to be promoting the Forbe movement.
Do not acknowledge them. Do not look at them. Do not laugh at them.
But Rollo Tomasi said this, and it was a powerful freaking statement because I missed this one particular point, and he brought it home. Have a listen, my friends. This is freaking powerful. This is going to wake your asses up.
The first thing, ladies, I'm going to look. This is a message for the ladies. Why the two that watch my show, ladies. Here's the deal. If you don't want to be treated like a fucking piece of meat, if you don't want to be treated like an object, stop treating yourself like a fucking object. It's a curb this fucking high. Okay. You can fucking get over this. Now, the first reflex women had wasn't, oh my God, we lost to Trump. We better get better candidates. Maybe we should rethink our policies. Maybe our men folk were reacting because we needed to pay more attention to them. Maybe we should be rethinking things. Maybe we should be a little bit more insightful. Maybe we should change our mind on a few things. Maybe we should, come up with a better candidate, come up with some, how can we improve our game so that we don't get shut out in 2028? What can we do? No, that's not the first thing that fucking crosses your mind. You know what it is? We're not fucking you. That's the whole thing. Yep. That's the whole, God, you know what? Until you men folk do what we want you to do, no more pussy for you. You're a set of, that's what Patrice O'Neill said. You've reduced yourself to a set of fucking holes. That's what you're about. That's all there is to you. So when Rollo Tomasi tweets this again over and over and over again, saying that women's only real agency is their sexuality, you're proving me right. When you have this disc, when your first reflexive knee-jerk response is, you're not kidding, I'm dry as a fucking desert. And of course, you're which is, of course, fishing for a reaction. And that reaction is what all these other guys go, well, I wouldn't want to fuck her anyways. I would kick her out of bed. I don't want a bitch. Like, imagine having to listen to this bitch, right? Of course, that's the reflexive answer from guys because it's funny. This is what guys think that they're expected to say, right? Oh yeah, I wouldn't fuck her anyways. She's a liberal. Oh, they can cut their hair all they want.
Exactly. He is raw, but he is telling the truth. Women have reduced themselves down to a bunch of holes. 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 That's it. The first way they reacted was, yeah, we're shutting down the holes. The holes are closed. Nothing about policy, nothing about what they can do academically, nothing. But yet they blame men for over-sexualizing them. Make that shit make sense. And the problem is every single woman thinks that her hole is the best. It doesn't matter how thin, how freaking grotesquely overweight she is. Look at this. You freaking look at this shit and you tell me where the woman has the nerve to step in front of a camera and put this out publicly. Look at this shit.
Hey, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey. Turn around, 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 turn around. Hey, get it, get it. Hey, hey, hey. Love Bobby, love Bobby. Woo!
Yeah. One woman telling the other one with a freaking, I don't know what the hell that is in her chest. If it's natural and if that is a abnormal, natural way of looking, fine, great. Standing here in a dress that has 1 millimeter away from looking at your slit, shaking this big, massive piece of meat on your chest, with another woman telling you how sexy you are, shaking your ass to get what from people. All you're doing is over-sexualizing yourself. Jesus, man. Which man is going to look at that and say, yeah, I'd like to marry that? That it looks like a decent woman. She has some abnormally big mammary glands, but I can deal with that because she looks like a decent woman. But no, she out here shaking everything for everybody else to see. So what kind of quality man you expect to attract with that? Just drives me insane listening to this shit because women aren't getting the results they want. Now watch when this sister, this normal sized woman, fit woman. I don't know whether she's friendly or not, or feminine. It doesn't matter. But she's fit. That's what I'm talking about. Watch what happens when she criticizes and tells the truth about overweight woman. Here's the pushback she gets.
When a man isn't financially confident, he tends to go for bigger women.
If I'm a guy, I just got out of jail, I need somewhere to stay, I'm not going to go for a woman who works out 5 days a week. I'm going to go for the bigger girl. It's more of a chance that she'll be willing to compromise because deep down inside, she feels like maybe she has to compensate.
We took her man probably. Not you looking like that, trying to speak for us. I have never settled. I've dated NFL stars. I've dated rappers. There's men out there that actually like us without having some motive behind it. I like my girls juicy. I make 6 figures and I'm gonna help her pay her bills.
Have you ever found that men or women fetishize you because of your size?
Yep. Guys who have never dated a plus size girl before. Why are you starting now? I don't want to be your guinea pig. Like, well, let me try this out. And then I'm back to what I usually like. I don't like to be called BBW, but there's a lot of girls that do. For me, you fetishizing me because you type BBW in X videos. I can usually tell this man just want me for sex. He about to say I'm thick as hell like cold grits. Or like okay, you want to just have sex? Yeah, cold grits, girl.
What did she actually say that made sense? She obviously not, or still not married to that NFL player or that high 6-figure man. She's lonely. She's alone. Alone. You cannot be 300 pounds and then think that you're going to get a high-value man. The First Lady was correct. Low-value men will gravitate to low-hanging fruit because a fruit that big don't hang high on the freaking tree. It pulls the branch down. It can easily be grabbed. I just had that analogy just pop into my head. But it makes freaking sense. Men with low self-esteem and know that, hey, those fit girls, no, I'm not going to be interested in no friggin' guy that just walked out of prison. No. But that fat girl, she knows she don't have any choices. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm trying to be freaking realistic about life. You guys don't like reality over here. That's the problem. our black women, whether you are in America, whether you are in the Caribbean, whether you are in Africa, you got to get your shit together, become more attractive to men, and stop treating your men with disrespect. If you respected your men, you would put a lot more effort into being the woman that you want to be for a man. You would want to be the woman that that man deserves. You're saying literally, this is me, take it or leave it, I don't give a shit. Until no man is hitting it anymore, because there's nothing worse than a wrinkled ass, old, fat woman. When you're young and the fat kind of smooth and you don't have a lot of that crinkled cottage cheese look, that's good. But once that shit starts to get flabby and curdle when you're older, no men want to dig up in that. You can't breathe, sweaty. No, hell no. No woman would want that from a man. Why would a man want it from a woman when she gets in her 40s and 50s? Hell no. Just because you can put on a weave and put on some thick makeup doesn't make that body look any better or feel any better.
There's so many women out there who claim that they want a good man, right? Like they're like, oh my God, like I want a good man. I want a man who's going to, provide for me. I want a man that's going to cater to me. I want a man that's going to love me, be supportive, be stable. A man that I could look around and find him. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't go MIA. But then they turn around and a lot of women, okay, not all, but a lot of women will turn around and do everything to try to sabotage the relationship. They'll be like, this man is a little bit too calculated. Like, why he planning dates? Oh, he must be trying to schedule me around his other girls. Or like, things are going way too good in this relationship. When he go to sleep, I'm going to check his phone because it's too good to be true. And it's like, at the end of the day, whether you're scared of being vulnerable or whether you're scared of taking that leap or whether it's just that your past, like whatever your past is that you've been through things and you feel like you can't trust men or whatever, you honestly have to get over that.
That's called anxious attachment. I went over the 3 attachment styles in a video last week. You got secure attachment, anxious attachment, and avoidant attachment. And I find that a lot of the young girls these days, they have anxious attachment. The minute they get a good man, something's wrong with him. Or they start to put the narrative in their head that, he must be doing something wrong. Most black women can't handle a good man. That's the problem. Sometimes she is still with you because she's broke. Look at that look on her face. Oh, man. It's hard out here for a black man, I'm telling you, boy. Whew.
This might sound a little controversial, and I'm okay with it, but honestly, you shouldn't be dating certain type of men after a certain age. What do I mean by that? The athletes, the professional athletes, rappers, drug dealers, scammers. I know some of y'all like that. That's your cup of tea.
What do you mean past a certain age? You shouldn't be freaking dating a bloody scammer or a drug dealer at any age. You imagine me looking at my daughter going, hey, honey, if you get involved with any of these drug dealers or scammers or rappers, listen, this is all you can only date these guys till you're about 30. Then after that, you're going to get, you got to settle down, honey. You got to settle down after that. Imagine me telling my daughter that. It's just the dumbest, stupidest piece of advice black women could give each other. This is the kind of shit that black women grew up with. This whole rap scene and the whole freaking, I need the bad boy type bullshit. I need that excitement. I need to have fun with these guys. And all it takes, being in the wrong place at the wrong time with one of these men. You get your head blown off or you get shot. Can't have babies. You disfigure your face. One of his friends wants some revenge. He cut you up. The possibilities of problems are vast. But what I have seen in real life is one of these women in the younger days where her man used her bank account to hide funds in his scamming business, and she went to prison because of his BS, because she trusted him. Even though she knew exactly what she was doing with his money, she just enjoyed the money. But when the popo came and they traced the money and it was traced back to her, guess who got a sentence like the boy did? Idiot woman did as well. And I say woman because she was over 18. Once you're over 18, you're a freaking woman and you can do adult time. This is why you don't take advice from these freaking girls at all. As far as the rappers and the professional football players, basketball players, these guys, you have to understand their mentality and their lifestyle. It's fun, but those guys are A-type personalities that are very focused on a very specific task. And because they're A-type and they travel a lot, if you're not traveling with that man all over where he's going, that A-type personality kicks in and he needs to get laid when he is in freaking Dallas, Houston, wherever, versus when he's playing in Miami. He got some shit in Miami. He got something in Houston already set up. So if you can deal with that, that's fine. But that takes a special type of woman to deal with that shit. Let's hear what else she has to say. I can't listen to too many.
Should not be a thing past a certain age. Once you get to your late 20s, 30s and beyond, if you care about your life, you shouldn't be dating men with those careers. Now you're probably like, girl, please, like, not all men who have those careers are the same, blah, blah, blah. And I know I'm not saying that. It would be a fallacy for me to say that. However, what I am saying is that men of those professions tend to display very similar character traits. When you're dating somebody who has a very fast lifestyle, their entire life requires it to be fast. That be from...
Yeah, A-type personality. These guys are on a different time. But if it's a stockbroker, if it's a high-powered banker, if it's a high-powered real estate broker, they're the same. I was in the real estate profession, man. Those high-powered guys, man, we move. The client want you in one country, other countries. Oh, Paul, can we fly? Come on, man, let's come back to Houston with me. These are guys that have private jets. Hey, man, can we come? Why don't you come to Dubai with me? Come to Saudi. Oh, come on, fly over to my other house. I'm going over to my other house in America. Yeah, sure, let's go. After I got married, no, I can't be doing that shit. Hell no. No. My wife gonna look at me like, what? What? No. Have to curve that shit back. You do family stuff. Hey, me and my wife are going over to this place. Yes, if we can do it on a weekend, yes. Otherwise, my wife is working a 9 to 5. I can't do it. It's just lifestyle changes, you know? We keep getting bad advice from black women.
When are you guys going to learn not to take your love and relationship advice from men? Like, seriously, when are you guys going to learn? Because they are giving advice based on the male perspective. They are giving advice where you as a woman have to shrink yourself to be in relationship with men. That's the advice that I hear them giving. So seriously, I want you to think about it. When are you guys going to stop taking relationship advice from men?
This is where you go wrong, my dear sisters. These are the people you should be taking advice from. If you want to get the punani pound out, great. If you want relationship, only one gender that is responsible for doing that, and that is the man. So you either have to provide what the man wants in order to get that level of relationship, or you get nothing. This is where we are at. Black women want to take the position of the black man. They want to be in control of the panani, and they also want to be in control of the relationship. That's why so many black women switch up after they have enticed the man to get into a marriage or a long-term relationship. They slowly start to push themselves to the top. They want to be the leader in the relationship until they get it, and then they get bored with you because all of a sudden you are the B in the relationship, gentlemen. This woman here will keep other women single because they just don't understand how relationships work. They want a dominant man, but once the man has committed to them, then they want to dominate the man. Make that shit make sense, please. So now she's saying, don't take advice from the man who's actually telling you what he wants so that he can have a relationship. Listen to other women who don't know what men want, because most women have never grown up with a father figure in the house to understand how to be the best possible version for a man. These women are led by other women. So a lot of these women have no clue how other men or what other men want. None of them know how men operate. They know how men operate who wants to hit it. Oh, they know how men operate like that. They know how to handle that. That is a comfortable position for women. I can control that because all I have to do is say no. But a relationship now, that's different. Where do you get advice from a relationship perspective then, my dear lady? Where should you get advice for that? From a woman? A single woman? A woman who's never had a man? A single mother? Your mama who had never ever had the husband over for any long-term period of time? She's had Pookie coming in and out of the house. That is the source that you should get your information on relationships? Really? Oh man, it just bothers, it kills me every single time. Now this is a disturbing undertaking here. This black woman here demonstrates why there is a problem in the black community amongst the men trusting their women, okay?
Women who can divorce their husbands, I'm going to need you to do it today. And who can't divorce their husbands, look up Aquatana. I didn't say to do anything with it.
Being a black man in America, bro, one thing I realize is we're hated more by our own women than any other person on this planet. This woman is telling women to either divorce their husbands or poison their husband. Aquafina is a poison that you can put in food and drinks to people. She's telling women to exterminate their husband because they voted for Trump. What the fuck? Listen, it's not all black women, but it's a lot of them. I'm gonna say majority. The post has 102,000 likes and 7,000 saves. Come on, bro. It's crazy, bro. Like they say, all black men hate black women. No, I've never seen a black man say this about a black woman ever. Black women hate their own men, bro, period. They need therapy, bro. They need Jesus, bro. I promise you, I'm not even playing.
My friend, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm looking at my white wife now going, thank you, God. No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. But it's scary as hell because, trust me, this isn't only black women. I'm going to continue playing this video and you will see what I'm talking about. But this is just scary. I got to look this up. I got to look up this whole Aquafina. Listen, man.
Certainly. Aquatana was a deadly poison that gained notoriety in 17th century Italy. It was especially infamous for being used by women to discreetly eliminate unwanted husbands or other men. The poison was known for being undetectable when mixed in with food or drink, making it a favored method for covertly causing harm. It was allegedly distributed by a woman named Giulia Tofana.
No fault divorce, ladies. No fault divorce. Simple. You don't like your husband? Divorce him. You don't have to poison the man. The only way that I could see this being where you want to eliminate your man is if you want life insurance. And listen, with today's technology, you can pretty much detect anything for the reason of a person expiring. Okay? So try this. You're going to go to jail. But it's just scary that there's a black woman on here with a bull ring in her nose telling other black women, hey, if you want to get rid of your husband, you don't have to worry about lawyers and courts or anything. There's this special thing that you can look it up. Hey, and I'm not saying what you should do with it. Not saying what you should do. Wow. Man, I hate to end on this note, but it's freaking scary. It's scary out there, gentlemen. Gentlemen in America, good luck. So let's hear what she says about Aquafina. Aquatana. Wow. Okay. Hear what else she has to say about it.
Can we talk about Aquatana? You guys have been asking me to make it for years, and I'll give you one guess as to why I never have. Yep, You got it. It's because it's clear. I'm so glad that we know each other so well. It's odorless, colorless, tasteless, which makes it a very cool poison, but not that much fun for me to make. If you've never heard of Aquatana, it's a poison that was created in the 1600s and sold as a beauty supply to would-be widows. That's what it says on Wikipedia, would-be widows. I love that. Yes, it was sold to women to kill their husbands. One lucky person is going to get this one in their reject bundle. This is just a tester that I put an Aquatana label on and kind of dressed it up, but I would like to design one for my shop. But how do we do it? Do we have it settle clear and just be super sparkly when it's shaken? Do we do like a silver or a gold? Or I don't know, because it's supposed to be just completely clear and undetectable. So I'd love to have your thoughts on it.
This is what is allowed to be put online by women and not flagged, not taken down. I am still trying to absorb this. I don't know if it isn't a thing or something. Maybe it's not even a poison. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm still in shock on the fact that this creepy woman is gleefully talking about, should we put some sparkles in it? Oh, maybe because, it's a poison. It's a clear and it's a poison. What friggin' world are we living in, gentlemen? You ladies tell me if this shit is normal. If you accept this. You talk about, men are dangerous and blah, blah. No, my friends. There's some women out there that you just have to be very careful of. Choose carefully, gentlemen. Choose carefully. Vet carefully. Whew. All right. I'm going to leave you guys on that note, man. I'm feeling kind of queasy on that one. Hopefully YouTube don't tag me on this message, but I don't know. YouTube might tag this video. Hopefully it isn't, but it's something I want to warn you guys about just in case. Because if it can be played on TikTok freely, if it can be played on YouTube freely, then it should be played as a warning as well. All right? So my friends, I'm going to leave it there. Hey, subscribe if you haven't already, my friends. Please book a session. If you would like to have a conversation with me, if you have any problems, I'll be more than happy to help you with. Going through a divorce, YouTube channel, whatever it is, listen, it's better to talk to an older man that has some common sense. All right? So until next time, my friends, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.